Time to pour one out for your homies, guys. Concord is officially offline. Yep, official. Yesterday, the last Concordian was spotted online. Just one user worldwide. But today, the count has finally hit 0. It's finally over, guys. The game was kept on in protest by a handful of people for just about as long as the game was in full release. Let that one sink in. For over a week, there was somewhere between 3 to 7 people at any given time leaving their consoles on, making it so Concord wouldn't officially just go away and remain a memory, a lost IP to the Sony vaults to be drug out again at a later date. But don't worry, guys, even though nobody's no longer playing the game, the servers are officially offline. They can go ahead and write it off for the year. You can still buy merchandise. Okay, Concord is back, but only in the form of merchandise. After shutting down the game, PlayStation started selling Concord gear and claims that one of the hoodies is a bestseller. Now games journalists are trying to hype it as a comeback. Yeah, exactly. Sony, just let it die in peace. But I wonder how this is ultimately going to affect their whole, yeah, we're just going to refund everybody who bought the game. We're just going to shut down the servers. We're going to pretend like the game never launched to begin with. Could this be one of those, like, trying to capitalize on vaporware phenomenons? It's just even more inauthentic, especially when the company that failed spectacularly with the game is trying to sell a hoodie that actually costs more than the game. Because remember, it launched at a $40 price point, which, yeah, that was definitely that was too much of a barrier for entry for the game, right? It wasn't the abysmal characters. It wasn't the nauseating story that they were trying to interject into their hero shooters. It wasn't their generic gameplay. No. It was the $40 price point. If it would have been free to play, it would have been fine. No, it just would have been forgotten even faster, and it might not have been completely taken offline by this point in time, but 8 years of development, over $100 million in budget. Yeah, no, Sony was going to be looking to recoup some costs, and well, now they're trying to do it a little bit better by selling a $60 hoodie and a who knows how expensive coffee cup. But this is the type of stuff that games journalists think is best for the industry. They're out there telling you that if you don't like this game, you're a racist, sexist, bigot, homophobe, all the ists and all the phobes that they can possibly throw in your direction. You're just a bad person if you don't support the corporate slop. The same thing that they're trying to do in regards to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yes, we've got to talk about this again because, yes, it's another day and another stupid thing said by somebody working on the project. Remember how they started this by announcing that, yep, we're finally taking the Assassin's Creed IP and we're taking it to Japan after a lot of fan feedback, okay, after it was constantly polled and ranked amongst the top locations that people wanted to see an Assassin's Creed story play out. We're finally going to Japan and we're blacking it. But hey, don't get mad at us. There was actually a historically black samurai during the time of Nobunaga, and you're a racist if you don't want a black guy running around massacring Japanese people. Okay, you're the problem. You guys are the bigots because it's historically accurate. And then the moment that lie was shattered, like dropping a pizza stone in the driveway, they ended up running back a new narrative saying, hey, Assassin's Creed, it was never historically accurate, okay? Like, we never strive for historical accuracy. And then they had to start to apologize to all of the disgruntled Japanese people that they disrespected by releasing a multi-page apology letter where they simultaneously said, yeah, we strive for historical accuracy, and yeah, we kind of fudge the numbers every once in a while. And within the past couple of weeks, past few days or so, several people have come out and said, the art department said that, yeah, we strive for historical accuracy. So what exactly is the story? Because, well, we're never going to be able to figure that out conclusively until the release sometime in November. But the narrative running right now, well, according to an executive producer, we're not necessarily going for historical accuracy. We're just making a fan film, basically. Assassin's Creed Shadows executive producer admits Ubisoft is going beyond what is accepted truth. Oh, so you're just lying. You're just trying to bring DEI to the 1500s feudal Japan because you need to check boxes at Ubisoft, a dying company. Good move. Bold move. Marc-Alexis Côté, Ubisoft executive producer for its Assassin's Creed franchise, recently admitted the company's aim with Assassin's Creed Shadows is to go beyond what is accepted truth. So lie. You guys are just making it up as you go along. Just say that, because when it comes to telling the truth, not the accepted truth, or truth rather. You got the architecture wrong. You're mixing Japanese, Chinese, Chinese. Look at these architecture all together and just saying, yeah, it's fine, it'll work. Nobody's really paying that close of attention to it. Trying to take actual people of history and repurpose them and make them more grandiose in the scale of the story that you're trying to tell than they actually were. Let's say that you're a bigot for pointing that out, or just outright accuse that you're the liars, because take a look at our truth tellers. We got an outright liar and we got a communist saying that Yasuke was always a samurai, when you actually comb over the text and realize that, yeah, it was more or less a novelty paraded around by Nobunaga, but tomato, tomato, samurai, novelty. Don't worry about it. We'll just flesh it all out. So it's tough to take anything that they say seriously. In an interview with the New York Times, oh right, that's the outlet that they ran to in order to run a hit piece on gamers out there, saying that everybody else is bigots and we're just we're just this little indie company just trying to make our way in the world. And why does everybody have to be mean to the Ubisoft? But yes, used as a hit piece to attack its former fans and potential customers, because that has always worked every single time. You know what? We're just gonna shame people into spending $80, $90, $140 on our stupid game, or you can sign up for $18 a month and you can rent it and play it once, because, you know, hey, gamers need to be comfortable with not ever owning any of their games. Ubisoft has had an atrocious 2024. And yeah, potential customers of Assassin's Creed Shadows, Côté revealed exactly what he and his team are doing with the game. He told the outlet, "We want people to be passionate about history. What does this mean? Stay true to well-documented moments and historical figures." Well, you fell short of that one, but not shying away from being a critical point of view and defying cliches to go beyond what is accepted truth. So yeah, in that entire statement, yeah, we need to be historically accurate, but then again, we don't need to necessarily be historically accurate. That's cool. Couple this with game director Charles Benoit. Finally, Chris is not the most embarrassing Benoit, told Xbox Wire, and it seems abundantly clear that Ubisoft is, in reality, trying to rewrite history. Exactly. Benoit said in May that at the end of the Sengoku period and the turning point to Japanese history, Assassin's Creed is well known for its depiction of history and accurate recreation of the world, and it's what players can expect with Shadows. We're showing real historical figures such as Oda Nobunaga and a lot of events that happened during that time. I'm just wondering if they're going to have, Yasuke on a leash and him being paraded around for the commoners to see. It's like, oh, take a look at him. He got that really dark skin. I wonder if they're going to get that accurate, because that would actually be based as hell. I'd be willing to try an Assassin's Creed game for the first time since Black Flag, maybe, I think. So you're not only playing in feudal Japan, but learning about this fantastic time period. You're not only playing in feudal Japan, but learning about that time period. Yeah, by the same person that was also behind, the Black Cleopatra episode from the Jada Pinkett Smith production over there at Netflix, where it doesn't matter. I don't care what they taught you in school. My grandmammy said that, Cleopatra was black. Is that what we're running with? I don't care what none of your teachers said. Yasuke was a samurai. He was black as coal. Like, that's nice. I don't believe you. Ironically, the New York Times' Zachary Small also shared that Côté believes this approach would inevitably open Assassin's Creed to more criticism in the future, but that the developers had decided it was a risk worth taking. Yeah, because they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, but in this case, they're trying to have their cake and shove it up their ass. Côté previously admitted that he was emotionally broken by Elon Musk. What? Man, this is like listening to a video essayist, breaking down some media, and then all of a sudden hearing, that reminded me of Karl Marx. Shout out Brown Table, but what the hell are we doing right here? We're talking about a video game, and then all of a sudden, Elon Musk pops up. I beg your pardon? For simply posting that DEI kills art. Yeah, when he found out that Assassin's Creed Shadows features a gay African protagonist in a feudal Japanese setting. No, he was there. Trust us. He came over on a slave ship and he got left. And he was allowed to hold Nobunaga's sword, but not like that. But it's great. It's not DEI. It's history, I think. Côté informed a game file how this post broke him. Oh man, just when he thought the French couldn't get any more embarrassing. Oh, that tweet generated emotions. Yeah, exactly. The first thing that I wanted to do was go back to X. I had deleted. I just tweet back. I had to take a step back. Oh, sacre bleu. I have a mindfulness app on my phone. I did a bunch of mindfulness to try to explore the emotions that this tweet created. Why does he have to be so mean to us? Jesus Christ. Could you Imagine admit, like, you can, I guess, okay, I don't want to police your feelings or anything like that. And if you have a moment where it's like, okay, one of the most popular, prominent, the richest man in the world is tweeting about how your work is a piece of shit. Okay, I can imagine that might hit you. Ooh, it might hit you right in the gut. Okay, it might get you right in the feelings. But that's a private moment that you share with yourself. You don't tell the New York Times. Okay, but this is 2024, and frankly, giving them an interview and having them broadcast it to the world is practically like sharing it with nobody. So I can understand, I guess, where he's coming from by tagging someone like Elon. Okay, I will convince people about our point of view as a team, because, yeah, you won't convince him of your point of view because, frankly, we don't know what your point of view is. You want to be historically accurate. You want to rewrite history. You want to tell your own story, but you want to be faithful to the text. It's like, what exactly are you doing here? Oh, creating the game that's going to spell the end of your company as we know it, because we're seeing stock prices continue to circle the drain with bomb after Ubisoft bomb, and there's nothing that's going to take you out of this tailspin. Like I've said before, and many other people have as well, Ubisoft in 2024 is not going to look anything like Ubisoft in 2025, because it could be shut down, it could be reacquired, or it could just be gutted because of the massive bloat. But hey, God bless and Godspeed, because frankly, somebody needs to be looking out for these guys because they sound like they're in desperate need of some help. Call that hotline for sad and depressed people. Or just call up Foxconn and see if you can get some of those nets that you can place underneath the roof of the Ubisoft building. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.